What is going on, guys? Crowder here, and today we're bringing you guys the Battlefield 6 settings that I am rocking. At first, I wasn't going to really make this video just because I'm kind of new to the Battlefield scene, but after playing it for a couple days and actually falling in love with it, especially because I wasn't expecting to like this game, a lot of you guys in my Twitch chat have been asking for my settings. A lot of you guys have just been curious, and I do a lot of that stuff in the Call of Duty world, so I figured I would bring a video like that to help you guys out here in the Battlefield world, especially if you're kind of transferring over from COD and giving Battlefield a chance. Honestly, I was not expecting to like this game, and I ended up liking it a lot. So with that being said, let's run through some settings for you guys and help you guys out. We're going to keep this short and quick and just kind of run through them. I do play on controller, and right now I've been fragging out with these controller settings and the graphic settings, having a really good time doing so. So I'm just going to run through them, keep it short and sweet, and hopefully just help you guys get a better Battlefield 6 experience. And if you guys have anything to add in the comments, of course, let us know, because the community can always help each other out. And as always, even in the Call of Duty world, you guys help me out a lot too. I rely on you guys rely on me. We work together. It's always really helpful. So starting with this is just my accessibility things. No, nothing too crazy. Just gonna run through what we got here. Pretty normal stuff. And yeah, so this is kind of what we're rocking. Just gonna go through every single thing just so you guys have no questions. Next is gonna be the gameplay stuff we're rocking. We have all of this stuff right here. You go to vertical look settings. I didn't change anything here, but if you want to see all of that, that's what we got. We have the hold and toggle settings. This is what we're rocking. The only thing we really change is double tap, crouch for sprint slide. I have that off, and then everything else is right here on your screen. Then over on the infantry side, we are right here. Kind of just gonna scroll down slowly. Let's give you some time to like pause the video, look through all this stuff. Not too much has changed, but just in case you guys want to really make sure you get everything dialed in or change back the stuff. Vehicle settings right there. And as we scroll down, the aim assist settings, these are kind of the important stuff. This is kind of what I've kind of had the best feeling with right now. I would love to hear what you guys are rocking. I know there's so many settings in this game. So I'm sure a lot of people have their own stuff that they're kind of rocking and feeling really good. As a COD player coming to Battlefield, this feels really good. I felt like my aim has been very accurate, snappy, and just feels really smooth right now. So that's kind of what we're rocking. Going over to controller, we're rocking just pretty normal stuff. If you hit triangle and you hit the edit settings, this is what we got. Controller settings here, aim settings right here. So infantry aim setting and all the stuff, the field of view 110, and this is the fun stuff. So here we go, lock in. I'm gonna scroll through this for you guys. I know some people have been messing with the aim assist, actually turning it down. I'd love to hear what you guys are doing in the comments, but I like it all the way up right now. Infantry aim input curve, Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4 feels the smoothest for me. Kind of stick input acceleration presets right here. I like the left-right acceleration at 30. Infantry sprint and all this stuff. This is what we're rocking. Our slide is circle. Double tap crouch for slide sprint, like I was saying earlier, or sprint slide is off. And this is what we're rocking here. I've been rocking the 0.85. This is more of a Warzone thing. You guys probably don't need to do this. You can kind of leave it at 1 if you want. As you go a little bit higher in some of these zooms, I like to lower it a little bit. But then as you go really high into like the sniper kind of sights and all that, I like to be able to actually move. It was a little bit too slow, so I kind of bumped it up to 150. Nothing too crazy, but I think you guys will like that. Obviously, try out what you're doing. All this peak type. Boom. 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 So that's what we're rocking for our controller settings right there. You back out of this, kind of go down. You want to look at any of this. I don't think I changed any of the mapping in here, but just in case, we can scroll through this. You guys can pause, look through all this. I don't think we changed anything here. I think we're pretty standard. I don't think I go too crazy with these settings, but just in case. Oh, I did change my slide. Yeah, I definitely slide with circle, which is my back right button on the Battle Beaver that I use. So if that's what you guys want to try, definitely give that a try. Sliding is also very important in this game. I'm thinking about changing the gadgets to either LB, because I run a medic a lot and stuff like that. So instead of hitting the left on the D-pad to pull out the medic and everything and actually get the quick revive, I might change that to LB or something of the sort. Someone in my Twitch chat mentioned that, and it sounds pretty good, so maybe you want to rock that. But other than that, kind of normal stuff. Nothing too crazy. And ground vehicles, control settings, I have barely touched any of this. Again, I'm not really a vehicle guy yet. Give me a few more weeks on this and I might be, mobbing around in a tank. But as of now, pretty normal stuff. Transport vehicle, aircraft, all of this stuff I have not touched. All of the gunners, helicopters, like anything of this I haven't really touched. And then controller tuning, you kind of come down here. This is where you get your controller vibration, your left stick, your dead zones, and this is really important. This is what we're rocking here. So controller vibration, I don't have the rumble packs in my controller, so I never have vibration no matter what. Controller left stick, center dead zone 0, the other dead zone 2, and that's going to make it really responsive and very fluid when you're moving. And then the max input threshold is going to be 70. So basically you move your stick 70% of the way and you actually hit that max input instead of having to go all the way to the edge of your controller with the left stick. Basically just makes your movement a little bit more smooth. It's a Call of Duty thing that I've always done. I'm doing it in Battlefield as well. And then a similar thing here in the right stick, although I like my right stick center dead zone 2. I don't like it at 0. Even in Call of Duty, I've never been someone to really keep it at 0. It just feels like I get some stick drift and it kind of almost is too responsive for me. I am a little bit on the older side now as a gamer, so that could be a thing. I'm not too sure, but I rock the 2-2. And then the max input threshold, I recommend never touching this in any FPS that you're playing. Have that at 100 on your right stick. On your right stick, you want it at 100. On your left stick, you want it to be a little bit more responsive because that controls your movement. And then going down here, just all the way down, you want to shoot and aim in as fast as possible. That's going to help you right there. And then backing out of controller settings, mouse and keyboard. I have not played any mouse and keyboard. I will say this though, mouse and keyboard actually might probably be better than controller in this game, or at least I feel like it felt a lot of fun in the beta. I haven't touched with any of the mouse and key stuff yet, so I would recommend going to watch someone else when it comes to that. Probably Huskers, Symphony, I think Nadeshot, and there's probably a lot of other Battlefield YouTubers that have really dialed in settings. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys and make up a bunch of settings that I don't know for this one. So we're gonna skip over this, but a lot of other YouTubers out there to go watch. I definitely recommend watching some of the names I brought up, probably even some other people as well. And then going to the graphics side of things, this is what we are rocking. So we have graphics qualities settings. We're gonna go through here and I'm just gonna scroll through everything. I'm getting a lot of FPS and the game's feeling really good right now. This is what we got. Scrolling through, nice and slow. Then you kind of go back here. The brightness, I have at 55. The UI brightness, 55. Sharpness at 60. And then you go to the advanced settings. This is what we're rocking. Have everything like this off. Feeling good. I don't like the frame generation or anything of the sort. It kind of feels like it adds delay and all that, so I don't touch any of that right now. It really depends on the build of the PC that you are playing on. That probably matters when it comes to that. I have a 4090. I forget my CPU off the top of my head, but I have a very good PC, so it's able to run this game pretty well. A lot of that stuff is going to come down to, you know, the build that you're having, but right now what I'm rocking with all this feels really good. And of course you go down, a lot of this stuff you've already seen, some of the stuff you have not. The motion blurs, I always turn that off. This is a really big factor in Call of Duty as well as Battlefield. Turn the camera shake all the way down. You want reduce sprint camera bobbing on as well. You don't want to have that shake in the camera bobbing if you're trying to aim accurately. If you're kind of going for the more immersive feeling, that's a little different. I feel like a lot of you guys that watch my videos don't really go for that angle, so that's why we're rocking this. And then everything else is off. You can see right here, I'm playing in 1440p. Make sure that's obviously always going to be your right resolution and all that stuff. That's very important. I'm assuming most of you guys know that. I do play this game in borderless and have no problem with it, so feeling good. And then here you go. Advanced HUD settings. Show you guys what we're doing. I've brought the HUD in a little bit. Got it at 70. Minimap size medium. View rotation on. I don't know how people play with that off. I think that's very important, but some people, you know, like to turn that off. So if you're one of the gamers that don't like when the, you know, the rotation is on in the minimap, you might want to change that. I personally think that's a must to keep on, but there you go. I don't think there's anything else in here that I remember. Just scrolling through for you guys. You can pause the video when you need to. Haven't messed with the colors too much. Yeah, everything else is pretty simple. Then over here at the icon stuff, nothing too crazy. I have turned my chat visibility off. I think the chat is just extremely toxic. I don't need to read all that stuff. It was kind of just annoying me, so I turned it off. Of course, whatever you guys prefer. If you guys like to type in the chat, then maybe it's a little different. I have that turned off. Then going over to the audio, this is what we're rocking, 100, 100, 0, and just kind of have this a little bit halfway down. Just feels better. I like having this halfway down so you can still hear it, but it's not, you know, overwhelming. And then the music volume, I just don't like having the music volume on in anything. If you guys watch my Call of Duty videos, you'll know that. So far, the headphones sound the best. I am using IEMs, and right now with this, it just sounds really good. I've had no issues at all hearing footsteps, so I really do like this a lot. And then here you go. I don't really use voice chat often, I'm not gonna lie, so don't really change much of this at all. And this is what we're rocking. And yeah, for the system and extras, I have not touched a single thing, but those are the settings I'm rocking with Battlefield 6. I'm not going to say they're the absolute best settings, but I've been frying with them, and a lot of people have been requesting this video from me. I know it's a little bit late. I don't even know if this video will do that well, but this is just to help the hardcore Crowder settings supporters that you guys are always looking for the best stuff that I can kind of give you. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys are still watching this video, subscribe, like the video, and all that good stuff. And I hope you guys enjoy the Battlefield 6 experience as much as I have, because I wasn't expecting to like this game, and lately I've been loving it. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys out there on the battlefield. Later, guys.